Hi, I'm Russell Trischuk, Regional Technical Services Manager with BASF Canada and the Technical Lead for InVigor canola.
Hi, my name is Godfrey Chongo. I work as a Senior Principal Scientist on plant pathology and disease resistance in canola.
We're here today in Saskatoon at our main breeding location for InVigor hybrid canola to talk to you about blackleg management in canola and how we can work together to reduce the impact of this disease today and in the future.
That's because the future of the canola industry needs to be top priority for both the growers and BASF.
When looking at blackleg, a correct and proper diagnosis is vital to understanding the severity of the infection and the next course of action. Many diseases that affect canola in Western Canada can look similar to blackleg. Take verticillium stripe, for example. Both diseases result in darkening of the stem of the canola plant and are often confused for one another. When scouting for canola disease late in the season, we recommend that you confirm your visual diagnosis by submitting samples to an accredited lab for analytical, such as plate or PCR testing, to accurately determine all the diseases present. Blackleg is an opportunistic disease, and although blackleg may be present, other diseases may have been the primary cause of the infection.
A canola hybrid's ability to resist a blackleg infection is based on the genetic resistance it possesses. To determine this resistance, a blackleg disease rating scale is given to hybrids and then compared to a susceptible variety. Relative ratings are based on the information provided in this table, with Wester as a susceptible variety. All InVigor hybrids are rated R for blackleg resistance. Since BASF employs both minor and major gene resistance within InVigor hybrids, we are able to achieve a robust level of resistance to a broad spectrum of races of the blackleg fungus. This ultimately enables growers to grow InVigor hybrids in most fields with blackleg problems. Major gene resistance occurs at the site of initial infection on seedlings to limit the spread of the disease. The canola-resistant genes involved recognizes specific genes in the fungal pathogen to initiate defense responses.
To relate this to commercial fields, a typical canola field will contain many different races of blackleg throughout the field.
Major gene resistance targets only specific races and usually produces strong resistance. This also results in a high level of selection pressure against the specific races. For this reason, major gene resistance may have no effect on other races that may be present in the field. This chart shows major gene resistance with races at the bottom of the x-axis and percent resistance on the y-axis. The green bar represents a hybrid with a major gene resistance C. This resistant gene is specific only to race 3. It means that it's protected against race 3. The other races will be able to infect the hybrid. Minor gene resistance occurs later on adult plants to slow down the disease. In this case, multiple resistant genes are involved, each having a relatively small but additive effect on resistance against the pathogen, as shown in this chart. This chart describes the role of major and minor gene resistance in the same hybrid. The horizontal bars describes several minor genes in the same hybrid. Each one of the minor genes contributes only a small effect to the overall resistance. Together, they, however, protect the hybrid from several races, as well as increasing resistance in the overall disease protection. Combining both major gene resistance and minor gene resistance helps to increase protection against disease.
Minor gene resistance is race non-specific and therefore provides you with a more robust protection across a field that contains several races of blackleg. This form of resistance reduces selection pressure on major genes since the genes are active across races, but more importantly provides durable resistance.
By combining both minor and major gene resistance, InVigor hybrids provide growers with a robust and effective blackleg resistance package while preserving the longevity of major gene resistance.
You should also employ an integrated pest management strategy on your farm. One part of an integrated approach to managing blackleg is to support genetic resistance with other tools such as seed treatments and/or fungicides.
At BASF, we are always planning for the future of both our products and our industry. For more information on anything we've talked about today and the complete InVigor hybrid canola lineup, visit agsolutions.ca/InVigor.